Early.
Yo, what it do, folks? Good morning. It's the early morning show with Meg Show and Brooke. Yeah, you hear yourself? You hear yourself? You hear yourself? You hear yourself?
I can hear you.
You hear me?
Yeah. When I speak on it. Get a mic check.
Click on see at the top to see if it's on.
Is it coming through though? If it's coming through there, we got
No.
you see it coming through. Let me see.
Yo, give us a second. We'll be right back.
Yo.
Okay, we are back. Yeah, sorry for that. We just had some technical difficulties, but that's the type of shit that happens. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's the type of shit that happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Okay, where were we? Yeah, today it's Friday,
Not Friday
November the
13th.
20th, 2020. We got some weekend weather for y'all. Motherfucking Friday.
Yo,
Sunny,
cold-
the high is
this
63.
cold chill
It's
that
cold
came
as
through,
fuck. What is it?
I don't know if it was cold because I was in New York for the past 2 days. I don't know if it was cold out here,
It wasn't
but
cold out there?
no, it was fucking frigid.
Yeah, it was freezing out here too.
I don't know. It seems like the weather forecast does not get it right more often than not. Like I swear
they're
they had
guessing.
said
They're
it
guessing
was
now.
50s or 60s. I was like, you know what? This is a relatively warm week for November, and I kind of prepped like that
Yeah.
going out in New York, but I knew to just bring bring a nice little coat to throw over a hoodie just in case, because I've already learned. I've learned through trial.
Motherfucking
But-
last week was very hot.
Yeah, it was.
Niggas was you know what I'm saying?
Oh, there-
What to do, Flint, my guy was good, Brody.
Hey,
One of my VA homies was good, G.
got the
Yeah,
weather,
man,
man.
fucking
It's a nice day
the,
today.
this global warming thing.
Yeah,
It'd be
man.
on my mind every time it's hot and it's not supposed to be.
Nah.
I'd be like, this
we definitely
this
we
global
definitely
warming
gotta,
thing is
we gotta
on
pay
us.
attention. We gotta
It's
pay
on
attention.
our ass,
The weather's
yeah.
bipolar.
And it's like nothing we could. Not that it's nothing we can do,
No, there
but
is.
like it's
There
like
is, but, you
it's
know,
steamrolling right now.
We caught up in our ignorance, you know.
Yeah, so fucking okay, what else happened last night? Thursday night football. Seattle
Who did
and
play?
Arizona went at it.
Okay. So I seen the
20
Seahawks won. Who
Seahawks
won that?
won 28 to
Who
21.
won the quarterback matchup though? Do we know? We going?
I don't know.
Yeah, I hope. Let's check the
Fucking-
stats. Let's pull them up.
Yeah, let's pull the stats up.
Check this one up.
Fucking
Because Murray, he's
He's
been
a
doing
beast.
his thing,
He's
and
a
that pass
beast.
to
He's a
Hopkins the other
beast.
week,
that was
great.
stupid. What's your take on that?
Man, I mean, to be honest, it was more so just been more of a highlight on Kyler. And I'm like, okay, like I already knew he was capable, and I know
Uh-huh.
he's going to turn out to be a really good player.
Yeah.
But to just see the improvement in his game just into year 2,
Yeah,
it's really good to see. But I mean, in terms of Hopkins, it's nothing new. It's nothing new.
yeah.
The man has the best hands.
He got the
in
best
league.
hands, bro. That
In the
nigga
league.
is.
He don't drop him.
sure-handed.
You don't drop him. You put it in the air.
He's
gonna
so
touch
tough, even from Houston. So what's
Mhm.
crazy is like when I used to play fantasy football,
it.
I had him like in the first year that he really like blew up. It was
Right.
like he was low key. Like even when he was like killing,
right.
nobody was really talking about him as like
Yeah,
a
he
top
was
tier
low.
receiver.
You're right,
You know what I'm
you're
saying?
right.
He was low key
You're
for
right.
a long time.
100%.
So I've
And-
always just been a huge fan because I fuck with people who don't get their due.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
100%. And I fuck with how he carried himself. But it was funny too, in terms of the marketing aspect of it all. I don't know if you saw that zoomed in picture of the actual catch itself, right?
With the Jordans.
Yeah. So they're like, they're able to conduct in terms of how much money that actually had generated, that catch, in terms
What?
of like media time and real time. And they're like, that catch alone generated $2.6 million for the Jordan brand. But they're like, it's funny because he won't be able to eat off of any of it
Because he's not endorsed by them.
exactly like how Odell, he
Yeah.
was endorsed by I think it was Nike at the time he made the catch, and he had
Yeah.
the gloves. So they use that shit to like bet. This is a whole campaign in itself. So with Hopkins, they're like, damn, we can't do
And what's crazy?
Nike and Adidas with the joints right next to the catch.
Yeah, big facts.
So-
Oh my god.
and he's
that's big
Adidas.
facts.
He's an Adidas.
Yeah.
At last seen, he was an Adidas athlete, but now I think he's a free agent. But he's
Okay.
kind of been hinting at Jordan anyway. So I thought that was interesting in terms of just like the money that you can make off of the field, just off of like how you play.
Yeah, no, that's big
A
facts.
Play like that in itself.
That's
up
big
your
facts.
shit.
But I think also what's interesting is that Jordan doesn't even have to like people were saying, oh, like they should run this in a commercial. They don't even have to.
They don't.
Like, that picture's been posted and reposted so many
100%.
times that joint's kind of already
100%.
like it's already doing its thing. You know what I'm saying? As
Exactly.
far as like marketing wise,
it's not
you know what I'm saying?
dependent to be seen on TV. It's bigger than that.
Exactly. So let's see
Okay,
some
my
of
boy
the we're looking at
Metcalf.
some of the plays. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
DK Metcalf is tough.
Oh yeah, he's
That
true.
nigga's tough. He
He's
didn't
a
really
true.
have. He didn't really. He threw a couple touchdowns. Kyler Murray, a couple touchdowns. I'm trying to look for like the box score, but fuck it. Let's just keep going.
Right.
The versus battle.
Yeah.
Should we, I wanted to hold on, but should we just get
Yeah,
into
we
it?
can
Like,
definitely get into it.
well,
Yeah, let's stay current.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that was definitely
your thoughts, bro.
it was cool. I enjoyed watching it.
It was a fun
And
watch.
yeah, and a little takeaways, because I do fuck with Gucci personally, as opposed to Jeezy. But I'm not gonna lie, Jeezy took me back, and I was like, holy shit, this dude Jeezy had bangers after bangers after
He
bangers.
had a
Like,
lot.
but like a lot of them joints did come off that Thug Motivation 101. But it kind of even more, it just kind of even more proves like, yo, bro, like he
That's a
did this shit
classic
on one
album.
project. This
Yeah,
is a
and
class.
the first
all
project.
These, yo,
The first project. That's the first thing.
Yeah, exactly,
Um,
bro. So
You know what's funny, bro? I went in saying Gucci, bro. Like I went in like
facts.
Gucci. I left there like
Yeah, Jeezy kind of
Jeezy.
won that joint.
Yeah, to me, Jeezy won that joint, bro.
kinda
Like,
won that joint.
don't get me wrong, Gucci has hits.
Jeezy was funny too, though.
There's no crazy. There's no secret about that.
Yeah, and to me,
I feel like though, I forgot a lot of Jeezy's hits.
Word, not
You know what I'm
facts,
saying?
exactly. That's how how it was for me.
And yeah, but and also too, I think a lot of his hits came from like a certain time period, like
Right,
it was a lot of like between 04 and like 08. Like that was when those were
The
like
bulk
his
of
hits.
shit,
Yeah.
the bulk of his
Whereas
shit.
like
He didn't play the
Jeezy's a
newer
little,
joints.
Gucci's a little more like what his I guess his beginning and end dates are like
A lot more
wider.
longer in between,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Because I feel like Gucci always has taken into account to make sure to stay relevant by tapping into the newer generations every time.
Big facts.
So that's how. And
Shout
then,
out Talia Pennant in this joint. She
Yeah.
said, "Why did everyone sleep on Jeezy?"
Yo,
That's
it's
a good question.
I feel like it's an
TP,
easy.
what it do?
I feel like with that question, right, and that's a great question, but it's more so
I slept on
a lot of people that was really vouching for Jeezy is the ones that actually came up on Jeezy. Now,
I came up on Jeezy.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
at the same time, those that are vouching for Jeezy are in that same category as you as well.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just was, Gucci's a
Yeah.
kind of a like recency bias. It's like that's what I've been hearing.
Yeah,
Jeezy
yeah.
ain't dropping back to back
Yeah,
this
yeah.
past decade,
and
but
to
it
me-
stands in stone. Like
No, that's big
Stand the
facts.
test
To me,
of time.
Gucci didn't even play the joints that I love.
There
him
you
for,
go.
Because like a lot of his joints were like the thing about Gucci, he has so much music that like you can ask a Gucci fan what's their favorite song, and it could be a song you never heard of. You know what I'm saying? And like
100%.
he has so much music that everybody can have like their different catalog. Like if I was in control of Gucci
Right,
songs, I
right.
would have played different
Right,
songs.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And-
Like he didn't play Stupid, he didn't play On Deck, he didn't
24
play Jewelry.
hours, he ain't put
He didn't play
gorgeous.
Colors, you know what I'm saying? Like,
abnormal,
bro, like all
Oh,
these joints that
man.
I'm like,
Oh, man.
like I would have played. But then we look to the Jeezy side. It's not so much about what Gucci didn't do. Like that's part of it, what he didn't do, but what Jeezy did do, bro. This nigga shut it down. He played he didn't even play Go Crazy. Did he play Go Crazy?
He did not.
He played he played
Did he?
I don't even remember
Wow,
I don't even remember if he
oh,
played Go
man,
Crazy, but a
can't.
lot of that Thug Motivation 101
Go
was on there.
crazy.
That nigga played Locked Up with what's that?
Oh, the Soul
Is that
Survivor,
a Soul Survivor?
yeah,
that
yeah.
joint that
Yeah,
joint caught me
that's-
completely off guard. I forgot
forgot
all
about
about
that
that joint. That nigga Gucci has some joints though. Like
Man, I'm gonna say straight up, like
let me see if I could pull up like
that point,
the hit list.
yeah, Gucci lost solely because he ain't picking right. Straight up.
Yeah.
That is so that's how I even took that. And it was funny too. 'Cause I know and look, before I even say this is just me, right? Because I'm a cynic at heart.
Mhm.
I just laugh at funny shit sometimes. But Jeezy did the right thing,
Yeah.
in terms of, just saying shit. But
Yeah, he
I-
was talking like
I
he was
just-
talking a lot
yeah,
of good talk,
on our preacher vibe. So that was
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
That was cool.
which
you know?
is it's
And-
funny
and,
because
and
go
it's I guess is in this climate, you know what I'm saying? I guess you could say it's appreciated at large. But it was a battle too, and there's a lot of deep context towards this shit. So it was like, yo, bro, I mean, like, how you expect Gucci to come any other way? Like,
But he's a street nigga, dog. Like, he's a
fact.
street nigga,
That's a fact. That's a fact.
and it's funny because like obviously Jeezy used to be or is whatever.
Hey,
I guess
the little subtle
once
shots-
you are, you always are.
Hey, the
But
subtle
that's what I'm
shots were
saying. Like
hilarious.
the
This
things
is
about
10K for this outfit.
Yeah.
He like,
He's like, nigga, I don't spend 10K on
I
outfits.
own half of
You know what
I
I'm
own
saying?
half of Atlanta.
Which
though.
is
I
which
was
is
like,
hey, I respect it, but also as far as like Gucci goes, I'm like, dog, like street niggas are street niggas, and I appreciate them for
Through
being
and
who they
through.
are. Like, you know what I'm
Right,
saying? Like
facts.
like Gucci's not interested in that, but it's to his detriment, or it depends on how you look at it. You know what I'm
It
saying?
was still good. It
But
was
I
still
feel
good.
like
he had his young niggas there too, so he had to show out real quick, like with
yeah,
that Truth song.
big facts.
He had to show out, and they had to be like, yeah,
Big
okay,
facts.
good. I still
See, and I even wonder
Pooh
like
Shiesty over there.
they're gonna start doing these joints like as if they're like a concert.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna have people in the building, like.
But now to the Versus platform in itself, right? Shout out to them. But it's like, yo, now you kind of set the standard on your own self. That was that was 1.7, 1.8 million at the top.
Million,
How you gonna follow up? Like T.I., I don't think he ever got in this verse.
Wait, what happened? Time out.
Jeezy
and T.I. were supposed to go.
Jeezy scrapped that.
He did?
He
said, nah, I'm gonna go Jeezy. I'm gonna go
Gucci. Wanted. Like, and so that gave me even context too, because I didn't know it was Jeezy that reached out to Gucci like that. In that fashion, I wanted to put it together. So
I literally remember hearing
1.7 with T.I.
Yeah, I remember. You don't see that?
With T.I.
You don't see T.I. is a big draw. He's probably the T.I.
Nah, this is the thing too.
T.I. is bigger than both of them.
Nah.
What are you talking about? T.I. has more hits than both of them.
Nah, but this is the thing though. It's fun. I'm glad you brought that up because he can have more hits. But the funny thing is when we talk about impact in terms of as it pertains to music, T.I. has none. Who has he really influenced? Like I don't see any link.
He influenced those two niggas. If you want, no.
Project Pat. I have Project Pat to Gucci. I don't see dirt.
Maybe not saying. Maybe influence isn't the right word.
Trap music is one of the
influence isn't the right word, but like paved the way is more of a better.
He was one of the early dudes, but like even when I was having this conversation last night, like when it comes to trap music, I literally give Project Pat a big. Like I'm gonna give a big shout out because I'm like even today, look at all these niggas. If you look at the mode and the flow and everything, that is Project Pat shit.
I get that.
But T.I. shit, I'm like,
Project.
Where's
Pat,
the influence?
No, I get that. I get that,
He's
bro.
relevant now.
Hear me on this. I feel that, but what I would say is that like Project Pat was never mainstream enough or big enough to really influence the world or like influence niggas outside of where he came from. I mean, obviously he influenced whoever heard him. Yeah. But the thing is, like T.I. became like the biggest nigga in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
But that brings in like success. So I'm not really necessarily like measuring successes. I'm just mad. I'm just saying off of your music, what impact did it have leading afterwards? The thing about T.I. was it's kind of crazy because in the moment his shit was fire. But like the timelessness of it all, niggas forget about. They're like, oh yeah,
who
T.I.
forgets?
Who
forgets, bro? Urban music is still one of my joints.
All I'm trying to tell you is Jeezy scrapped him to put Gucci on.
Okay,
first verses that got scrapped.
It's gonna
like. And no date. There's no date. Like T.I. They be playing with him.
Yeah,
they be playing with him.
It's funny, bro, because I heard like it was like T.I. versus Jeezy, and then all of a sudden it wasn't.
A whole month. Like,
I was like, wait a second, when did the shit change?
You know what I'm saying? But to that fact, T.I. has hits. I found it crazy in itself too, right? I feel like, you know, when that situation when he had all them straps in the whip and all that shit, then when he came back out, I feel like that rebrand definitely changed up the course in terms of how people viewed his music because he came out with them features with Rihanna and Justin Timberlake and it was a totally different tip.
Are you talking about T.I. right now?
Yeah, when he had came out, he started.
This nigga was still he was, if anything, he was topping charts. Like this nigga was making bangers.
100%, but it was not.
Like, I don't fuck with whatever you like. It was, you know what I'm saying? That joint was that shit was on number. It was like number one for.
It was no longer Rubber Band T.I. He was coming off his lyrical, grown, wise. He totally switched.
Why you want to go and do that,
bro? It wasn't that T.I. It was a different dude. It was a different dude, and now.
But we're talking about music, though. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about music, and the thing about and honestly, that's the thing about Jeezy. The reason I slept on Jeezy going in is because I'm like, no, like when he made the music that he made in high school, it was nothing better. I like literally, I was listening to verses last night, and I was taken back to that place, right? So like, if we're talking about the music, then how can we be not T.I.? Like T.I. musically because has surpassed all of them.
Because when I'm talking about impact. So if we talk about Jeezy and T.I., Jeezy, you can literally see the impact his music had. Literally in real life, like what niggas are doing. Niggas are going crazy. Fucking the same thing with Gucci. Reason why his shit has more impact because he kept it going. Jeezy went to other avenues. Same thing with like how T.I. does. So like as it pertains to music, I'm like, bruh, niggas have to reach back into the day. Like, nigga, T.I. don't got no fucking classic in the past 10 years. What joint? I don't know. Let me know. Please let me him. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't got it? This nigga, I don't know. Ain't about the money. The biggest song of 2014.
Yeah.
The biggest song of 2014.
That shit. What do
you mean it's subjective? There's nothing subjective about it.
I didn't care about it.
You didn't care about
it. It did numbers. It did numbers. No impact.
No impact? What
No
are you
impact.
talking
No
about?
impact. No impact.
I don't even know what to say. That was the
His
best
podcast
song
has
of
impact.
2014.
His podcast
Oh
has
my
impact.
God,
He
this
has more.
nigga's
No,
talking
for real.
about
He has more
podcast.
impact in terms of his
Oh my
terminology
God.
and the words he uses
Bruh.
and the
Bruh.
conversations he
Oh
has
my God,
more than
this
the
nigga's
music.
talking about his podcast.
Yeah.
Ain't about the money. Was
Facts.
there was
Kinda
no
like
bigger
Joe
song.
Budden.
When
Like
you
what
hear
Joe
that,
Budden
when you
doing?
hear that, dun, dun, it's
I
like
never
another
cared
track.
about the song.
Oh, you don't even care about the song.
Yeah. So
Oh
that's
my
why I'm
God.
like, I don't. Yeah, I'm too biased. On
Oh
that
my God.
particular thing.
Oh my God. That.
Yeah.
Oh my God. If that song comes on, don't tell me that shit does not move you. Don't tell me you don't move. I trap at 11, I rack at 11.
Yeah, because I'm not like a stone guy. I'm not gonna look mad in the club. I'm gonna be
No,
like,
I'm not gonna look mad. Like, turn this shit off.
Yeah, head bob.
Nah, we got some people. So my boy Flint, he said, I think it's officially Lil Wayne versus T.I. now.
Nah,
I don't even. Honestly, I thought about this last night.
I don't want to see that.
I thought about this last night. I don't think I don't think Wayne can go against anybody.
Lil Wayne and Drake. That would be
Wayne and
that would
Drake?
be respectable.
Wayne
It's like
and
an
Drake.
era thing too.
It
Like
is
if
an
Wayne
era
never
thing.
got locked,
Yeah.
who would say Drake could win on the run that he did? And
That's
Wayne
big
set it up.
facts.
It'd be poetic for it to
That's
go
big
like
facts.
that.
But the thing, so the thing about the verses, that
Future and
I
Young Thug.
thought we do Future Thugger.
That is the only dude. That's the only dude that can see Future in that lane of mute. Like that's it. That's the only dude that can see him.
But as far as like, because like I think what niggas is talking about is like, okay, T.I. Like if we're saying T.I. don't go with Jeezy or Gucci, which is blasphemy. First of all, I say he's above that. Like that's what I'm saying. I'm more saying like he's above that.
Who?
T.I.
T.I.
T.I.'s above the who's the top in Atlanta thing.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I think Gucci versus Jeezy was like king of Atlanta, king of the trap type thing. T.I. I think is not like he's way above that. He's a step above that. You obviously don't agree. You don't even think T.I.'s impactful.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
okay, that's fair. You don't even think T.I.'s impactful, which is okay. But I would say okay, if we're talking about
prior to 2010 T.I., so fucking with
prior to 2010,
I'm fucking with it.
But since then, he came out with "Ain't About the Money." He came out with "Whatever You Like." I think
bring him out.
Bring him.
Why you want to do that?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. Keep it going. Yeah. Those are. I think those are before 2010s. But yeah, like that's yeah. This nigga's impactful.
Other than it's all about the money.
Man, let me go look up fucking T.I.'s discography. You're disrespecting.
Yo, I'm trying to
You
learn
are
something. Because when he said that,
disrespecting.
I was like, all right, yeah, successful charts, did good on
Yeah,
the charts.
he did good on the
Yeah.
charts. what do the streets got to say about him, dog?
Hypno,
You
rig,
live your life. No mediocre.
What are those? Hold on, no, Joyce.
Yo, you say you don't know big things popping.
That was before 2010.
Oh, 209. Okay.
Right before it. It was
Okay.
close.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
when we're talking after 2010s, we're talking no mediocre with Iggy Azalea. But I think T.I. went to more like business
Grand Hustle
rapper.
Records, B.O.B.
He went to more businessman rapper.
100
It's
hey,
different,
respect.
bro.
It's
The
bro,
same thing with
bro,
Jay-Z. Like,
bro, we're not talking about in terms of like accolades, in terms of the other fields that they want to step into outside of music.
okay.
Totally give that to you. I'm talking
okay,
music.
no, yes. So the thing
Past
is
10
when you're in
years.
and this is like this kind of goes to my take on the whole like Drake not writing all of his own shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you're in the business of making music, you're going to make like songs that do well from a business standpoint.
Yeah,
so
but
you're
you
gonna
do a
make
lot of
like
those.
you're gonna hop on a track with Iggy Azalea. You're gonna, you know what I'm saying, do like make these pop like these kind of like mainstream type joints.
Yeah, but
you know
when
what I'm
you
saying?
look back at it, the shit sucked.
It sucks to you.
You like no. And I'm not talking about all of them. I'm talking about this Iggy Azalea track. That shit was fire.
Okay, so
No.
Talia says, I just think we don't need a T.I. versus.
Hey, Talia, I love that insight. I love that
all
love that
right,
takeaway.
Talia, we get it.
Love that
But
takeaway.
okay, but I think I have
Like
a
we're
question.
good, sir.
We do.
Respect.
We're good. Because Talia, I mean, because
Respect.
T.I. tried to come
Emphasis
at
on
Buster.
respect.
T.I. tried to come at Buster. Not that he tried to come at him, but he was like,
Like,
let's go bark up a different tree.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, bro.
which
stop.
I thought was funny. But if we're back to the Lil Wayne, like who deserves to go up against Lil Wayne, I would say Drake.
That'd be a
but
good
like
show.
they're a different.
That'd be a good
Yeah, but
show.
they're different. I think they're too much.
Oh, you talking about
they got
era-
too
oh,
much
you
of
talk-
the.
You talking about era
I feel
like
like with-
somebody that was in that run type.
I feel
shit?
like with it, you kind of got to go to a different era. You know what I'm saying? I feel like with that, you kind of got to go. No, not to a different era. You got to be in
Coming
the
up
same
in the
era
same
with
time.
somebody. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Cool. I
So
can
like
respect
with Drake, if we're talking hit for hit, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But I mean, if we're talking impact and stuff, I mean, I don't
like
know.
the shit, no,
like
the shit that somebody would want to see
Eminem,
is like,
like
the Kendrick and Drake. They would want to
Kendrick,
see that.
Kendrick and Drake,
to your
Cole and
point,
Drake.
right?
You know what I'm
To the
saying?
times,
But
right?
other than that, what like who you get? Eminem, fucking
No.
50 Cent, like.
Yeah,
Who would you like to see? You're a 50 Cent fan.
I
Who would you like to
do
see
fuck
50
with
Cent go with?
50 Cent.
Who do you think he could go with?
Damn, I don't know why it's not really coming to the top of my dome right now. Wow. It's a good question. I'm not sure. I know a 50 Cent versus would be tough, but it got to be somebody that's in the same.
It's got to be somebody that's in the same realm as him.
Hey, look. So to speak to even the point, like I'm not biased, right? Like I'll say it straight up. Like and same with 50 Cent. 50 Cent's impact musically, it's in the same ilk as Ti. That's the same shit. The same shit I was saying about Ti, bro. I will say to 50 Cent
he didn't
about
do anything
impact
after a certain
musically.
amount of time.
These niggas made plays though. They definitely made moves. They definitely dropped some songs. You know what I'm saying? These past decade, but that shit wasn't hitting. It wasn't resonating with upcoming generations coming up. It's kind of like it leaves it up to people of that generation to still be like, yo, nah, that shit, y'all, we have to remember it. But nobody gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Nobody's
be like,
gonna,
yeah, that shit. Even people that's just coming up right now, like, yeah,
you kind of gotta be put on. You gotta be put on to these niggas.
100%. And the thing about Gucci, while I say like, yo, he really does that himself. He'll go to the this is who y'all young niggas ever listen to. Yeah, I'm featuring them on all my songs.
That's a big fact.
So now we on.
Yeah, and honestly, I fuck with niggas like that.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like a business model, it's really cool.
Yeah. All right.
NBA draft time.
Yeah, but before we do that, we're gonna take a quick little second, so we'll be right back. You already know you watching Early the Morning Show podcast. We're taking a quick break just to say, man, if you here watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button real quick, man. We try and get to a stat. Help us get to a stat. You know what I'm saying? Hit that subscribe button. If you on Facebook, like, share, you know what I'm saying? Things like that are cool. But otherwise, man, just continue enjoying the show. Let's get right back to it. Early, the Morning Show podcast. Okay, so NBA draft talk. Some of the highlights, what would you say were some of the dope things? What were some of the moves made that you fucked with?
Can we bring that up on the screen, matter of fact?
What, the NBA draft? Yeah, let me bring up the NBA draft roster.
See it in front of my face so I can. One thing though that I was actually, I was talking to you last night about, man. Shout out to LeVar Ball, man.
Shout out to LeVar. He's the biggest winner, bro. He's the biggest winner of this whole thing,
bro. For sure. Like it's really just
the nigga called his shot.
Because it's like, bro, I played AAU ball. I've been around a lot of ballers. I love basketball, right? So, that's definitely been a part of my life, instrumental part of my life. I've been around a lot of, basketball dads and shit, love their sons and want them, my son is nice. And I done seen niggas argue with refs and coaches and all that shit trying to push their son to be elite. And for whatever reason,
we give niggas shit when they do that too.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think the first time we saw it was in LeVar, where it was like, yo, like, why are niggas hating him for loving his kids so much and stamping his kids so much?
And it's so crazy because even when I was that age per se, right? I guess I didn't necessarily have a take towards it, but I was like, damn, like your folks really love you playing ball. Like that's kind of cool. Like that's how I kind of like thought about it, but nothing else.
I used to wish my parents cared so much like that.
Now when I looked at it, I was like, so about like what was like throughout 4 years now when Lonzo was coming up, and then I started seeing all the flack that LeVar's getting, and I'm like, for what? I'm trying to see it. I'm like, damn. So like his personality is so brash, it's off-putting to people. Like, no, like you need to just relax. People and nobody does this, so you can't do this. But
people don't like when you're super duper confident.
You know what I'm saying? And not only, I mean, is there no filter to the man? You know what I'm saying? He's being himself truly. It's kind of he understood like the marketing aspect of it all, and he understood what branding means, and like in terms of his family, like the Ball family, he went ahead and had a Facebook series, and then just started building off that, had the Ball brand. And even if people can like argue longevity, it's just a matter of, yo, if he is hit, if he misses, yo, I got another one coming, another venture, another business.
And the fearlessness of the thing I respect about him is the fearlessness of trying. That's something that's always going to get respect out of me. You know what I'm saying? Because like I mean, most people, they want to do stuff, but they don't actually go for it. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
And the thing about LeVar, everybody used to like clown like his basketball, because the thing is, the nigga did talk outlandish. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say he didn't say things that were absolutely crazy. He did. But like the spirit behind like what was happening, and then also if we look back at how it played out, I think he won. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Or he's winning. You know what I'm saying? So,
bro, he definitely
so
is,
that's a big shout out to that
at the end of
family.
the day, bro, your sons is living out their dreams, doing what it is that they want to do.
And he played a part in getting them there.
Bro, he played the part.
Yeah.
He played the part. Like if it wasn't up to him, like if it wasn't for him, Lonzo's not going second in that draft. He got torched by De'Aaron Fox. And he got torched by him in that fucking finals. Yeah. He had to talk that man up, keep him in the mind's eye.
He was on some Eli Manning shit, like, I'm going to the Lakers. Exactly. If it's not the Lakers, don't even draft me.
Exactly, bro. Kind of like made it, like, kind of like de-incentivize anybody else to get him, because you don't want to deal with him as well as Lonzo, like, you know. So it was very interesting to see how it went. Other than that, story, just actual picks in itself.
Let's see what we got here.
They made
Anthony Edwards went first.
Yeah, and that's arguably the best player in the draft. You know, what's funny about him is he's very open in terms of his lack of passion for the game.
Who, Anthony Edwards?
Yeah, he
really
he literally said, "I don't know if I love basketball though." You know, so
kids, that's kids these days, honestly.
Facts.
See how old this nigga is. This nigga was
bro.
born in 2001. Jesus Christ, I'm old.
There is something to be said for, as a franchise, right? This is the top pick. You get no better than this. So this is where you're going to ideally invest your future in. You can look at bro. You can see players in the league that it's like, when you look at their game, you understand that they love ball, because there's no way you're gonna work on your craft like this, like the Damian Lillards, the James Hardens of the world, like it
takes a lot to fucking
Trey Burks. Fact. So it's like when you see a nigga like Anthony Edwards, you're like, bro, you can have all the talent in the world, but it's like in this league today,
you're not,
bro. You need to love that shit. You need to love that shit to excel or to live up to your hype, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of dudes, you could collect that check and average that 15 a game.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of people that underachieve, and, you know, they could do a lot more, right? But, you know, once that big bag come through, you know, they're not really that incentivized to play. James Wiseman for the Warriors.
Yeah.
That's a good pick. But, you know, shout out to Klay Thompson, man, because I highly doubt they would have went that way if they had known Klay was going to tear his Achilles yesterday.
Yeah.
So that fucking sucks, bro, because that ACL is already debilitating as is. You know what I'm saying? So and Achilles on top of that, bro. That's
unfortunate, man.
That's wild.
That's
2 years, age 29
bro.
And age 30 seasons gone.
And the nigga, and then like the nigga was.
They were
going to
make a run this year, bro.
Bro, the nigga was just working his way back. It's unfortunate that
at least his game not predicated on athleticism. At least, you know, LaMelo, Michael Jordan, LaMelo,
the Hornets.
It's interesting, right? He's gonna. Well, I was gonna say put fans in the stands, but no, not even Corona.
Not even.
You know, Corona. It's viewership. So he's gonna boost the money, like, you know, and the attractability of the team, and they need that, bro. Like Max Kellerman, I was watching First Take yesterday, and he has said a funny phrase, but it's true. Like, MJ is the MJ of the worst GMs. Like,
he's the MJ
of bad GMs, bro. It's unbelievable.
Oh my
Kwame
God.
Brown, that's him. Like, that was him. Fred Kaminsky, that was him.
Frank Kaminsky,
Malik Monk,
how'd that nigga?
That was him. Like, at least
Frank
Kaminsky, and I ain't trying to knock him.
College.
He's doing what? I mean, look, he's doing what I expected him to have.
To me,
he's averaging. He's a little better, averaging 10 a game for his career.
Okay,
that's serviceable.
Okay,
serviceable. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I suppose.
I don't know what niggas was expecting. Like, college, he was killing it, but I was like, bro, when he goes into the league, he will be just a guy.
He'll be a guy.
He'll be a guy.
Yeah,
he's not bad. He's just a guy. That's it.
Yeah,
you could trade him. He's expendable journeyman.
Yeah,
but he's still on the same team. So shout out to him.
Yeah.
Who else was there?
Williams.
Patrick Williams.
What's your take on him?
I'm not too caught up on Patrick Williams, so I'm gonna have to really do my research. But, you know,
who on this list? Who on this list? You fuck with?
So I want to let's definitely make a mention of the Knicks real quick. So Obi Toppin.
Yeah.
Shout out Nigeria. You know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
shout out.
Yeah, Nigeria had five of these lottery picks are actually Nigerian descent, so that's actually really fucking cool.
I bet.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the names.
Ethiopian, but that's shout out. Yeah,
he's like, hold on. Like, yeah, I'm looking at the names. Okay, yeah. These are definitely some countrymen. Yeah. These are definitely some countrymen.
Hey,
Zeke Nanji. Yeah. It's a very diverse list on this motherfucker.
And I forgot there's a Najee Marshall Harris. He got picked up by Pelicans too. It's cool. But so the thing about Obi, he was arguably a top 5 talent. You know, so people were saying at that pick, the Knicks made the smart pick. You arguably picked one of the best players in the draft. So people were saying he slipped, but a lot of people were saying Knicks do need that guard play. So he's one of those fours, but he's one of those new age fours. I'll stretch the floor. And he's a fucking Skywalker. So that's another thing in terms of the Knicks. I feel like you do need that show. Like, if you think about it, 100%. Knicks ain't never had a high riser ever. Ever. And in
JR, but not when he was JR.
You know, and I'm so glad you said that, bro, because you're right. He is a high.
Not Melo, not a high.
No, hell no. Yeah. But the thing was, JR was that, but he kind of transitioned this game by the time he got to the Knicks. Exactly. He was kind of like trying to mold it after Carmelo. He's like, bro, I want to shoot like you. Yeah. Like, you know, hey, and now just a little sidebar, bro. I really love basketball. I be really watching this shit. So like, I be hard on JR. I really don't be fucking with JR. Not because of like the skill set, bro. It's because that shit was so tough coming out of high school, bro.
Yeah.
And this nigga couldn't fly above the rim. This nigga's shot was icy. This nigga had no handles. How the fuck you don't put the game together, bro? You could have been one of the most elite players in this game if he had a mid-range. Never put it together. Yeah. Now he's labeled one of the most streaky players in the NBA history because he do get hot. He get hot like no other, and he get cold like no other.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
But Obi, JR's always been like a personality to me, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, his game has always been tough, but it's like he's tough and he's like a funny nigga or like an interesting nigga.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like that's always kind of been his thing with me.
The Kings, Tyrese Halliburton, that was arguably the most well balanced. The player that would be most serviceable off top, like ready to go. You can already see, even if he don't develop too much, you know, at bare minimum he's gonna be good. So that was the player that they were saying in Halliburton. So they're even saying maybe the Knicks should have went with him.
Denny,
the countryman, fellow
Wizards.
Countryman.
Yeah, what do with him? Is he nice?
I'm not sharp, but I do know the Wizards need fucking help.
The Wizards need help.
And John Wall is on the trade. He's on the block. He's definitely on the block. They're definitely hearing shit out. So I don't know what's gonna go on with the Wizards, bro. You know, I've been said they should have traded to John Wall before his Achilles tear because I'm that type of guy, right? Like if you could see stagnancy, and you have to go ahead and try to project your future, and if you think if your current set of players is giving you stagnancy and everybody around you are just making new additions and they're getting better and they're developing, you'd be a fool to try to keep the same core and act as if shit is gonna work.
Yeah,
fucking Rockets are about to fucking blow up, bro.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck? Like
after
you guys are nowhere near where the Rockets were, and these niggas weren't gonna win the shit. So I'm like, all right, y'all had to make that play. And Bradley Beal, if you watch Bradley Beal early in his career, you could see a dude that could get his own shot off. You knew this nigga was going to keep developing. You know, and a nigga like John Wall, bro, as far as his game go, like this nigga John Wall is elite. Is a very unselfish player. I just doubt his leadership. You know what I'm saying? But it's been like almost 2 years off the court, so we gonna see. But other than that, too, his shot was never really up to par. You know what I'm saying? And that's something they really, really needed in terms of Wizards, in terms of perimeter scoring.
Nah, I feel that. I feel like his leadership.
Like it's weird. You know what I'm saying? You a great point guard on the court, but your leadership
but I don't even know
questioned.
I don't even know if he like cares about his play, like his teammates. You know what I'm saying? Like honestly, like I don't even know if he cares about a lot of things.
There you go.
Like, but also like me, you know what I'm saying? Niggas look at me and that like I don't care about anything.
I'm
so like nonchalant, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which is fine, but it's like, you know, it plays. You know what I'm saying? Like so like
100%.
people see that. I see him in interviews and he looks like he cares about what he cares about what he cares about. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know
100%.
if his teammates are in that category.
100%.
You know what I mean?
And it's crazy, bro. You know, the life of a GM must be crazy. And this is not me trying to resonate. I'm just actually talking about the actual job, right?
Yeah.
It's like, man, here's a whole city. I'm the GM of this city's team. These people back this person like on an emotional level, but I'm seeing the play. Like I'm seeing the field.
Yeah.
I'm playing chess right now.
Yeah.
This nigga gotta go.
Nah, yeah.
He gotta go.
I heard somebody.
And we gonna get better.
I heard somebody say that John Wall needs a statue outside of it. Like it's laughable, but it's more about like that's the love that he gets
and
around
it's like
here.
and then you have to be like, yo, thank God niggas with that sentiment don't be running these teams because
actually-
you will run this team into the ground.
out of love for somebody.
Mutiny. Bradley Beal's gonna demand a trade the minute you build a fucking statue of John Wall. I'm out of here.
I'm out of
And
here.
shout out to Bill because he's really adamant on I'm staying here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna win it here.
And I don't think
DC's
he's
a
been
lit
taking.
city.
I don't think he's been taking like a backseat to John.
No. He kind of. I mean, he wasn't. But when John Wall took that, when he got the injury, it's kind of like, yo, it's kind of proof in the pudding. It is Bill's team.
That's what I'm saying.
You know
like,
what I'm
it's Bill's
Facts.
team right now.
It's kind of like what happened with Rose with Butler. You know?
Yeah,
there was no question when Rose came back. There was no question really.
Yeah,
they're like, oh, it's nice.
Yeah, it's good to have you back.
You're not that. You're not D Rose. You're Derrick Rose. Facts. You're not D Rose.
Yeah, man. The fall of D Rose is
it's crazy. We don't even have to get into it. That's too sad.
It's sad. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, the next big thing to talk about is Thanksgiving coming up.
Yeah, it's a different
time, man. We're heading right back into another lockdown right before we get into the holiday season.
It's just weird.
And I don't know. I think we talked about this last week, maybe not, but I'm not tripping.
Yeah, I'm not tripping at all. But it's funny though. You know, as we talk about holidays, it's crazy, bro, because I have to see things for what they are, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, I understand, like, I'm not going to get into originations of holidays and shit like that, right? Because if we get into that, you know, shit gets really fucking gory and bloody. And this shit is really, at this point, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this country we living in, you know, you would like to think growing up, you know, think was like for moral and ethical values, but it's capitalism. So, you know, this is also
that's what all these holidays are.
So much money.
It's so much with
money.
The holidays, it's all about it's all about the feel, like when they talk about, you know, it feels like Christmas, it feels like the holidays. It's because
the Christmas
sale.
Boy, this is the same sales are happening all year. It's the same joint for real. Put a different name on it.
You know what I'm saying? They're trying to get you to spend bread.
Starting with Black Friday, and that's how it go. But I was gonna say the cat, like I guess a silver lining, if you will, and this silver lining really only comes with upbringing, right? So shout out my folks, shout out my family, shout out my parents, you know, for making these times of the year though, like very lit though. You know what I'm saying? So Thanksgiving and Christmas, I've blessed enough, like these times of the year, should just been very lit. A lot of good vibes all around. And you know, I always live every day, bro. Like I love every day. Like I'm just happy to be alive, have all my limbs intact.
That's a big fact. I live like that. But just like
I notice people get a little bit more geeked around this time of year. So I'll be kind of like, yo, y'all with me now. Y'all feeling jolly?
That's such a great point. So that's such a great point.
So this around this time of year, bro, I be in tune to that shit, and I like that. But then after this should be over, it's like niggas waiting for their B-day.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But I just be like every day, I'm like, yo, bro.
Yo, that's such a great point because I feel like generally speaking, I love life and like you know, I'm not saying I'm walking around happy, lucky all the time, but like, I fuck with what's going on here, and I'm appreciative and fucking. What I will say I love about the holidays is just the fact that like everybody's kind of just like excited about something. You know what I'm saying? Like they're excited about
a mutual thing.
Yeah,
right?
there's like a mutual. It don't matter what's going on in the world. Like I look forward to Christmas, and it's not even so much Christmas the day. It's just like the time. Like I like going into
the energy of the time,
it
bro.
It just feels like different. And then also too,
I like giving shit.
I think that's what I love about Maryland in particular, or just like living on this side of the country, is that like the weather and your days reflect the seasons. You know what I'm saying? Like if I lived in Cali, it feel like it was June. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like I'm not saying I love the cold, but bro, it's really it's really scenic. This is really just from like my visual mind where it's like it's really dope when I'm driving through like back roads that are really just like indicative of Montgomery County 100%. And you see like the fall, like it's a fall scene. You know what I'm saying? Like the leaves are down, like the leaves are colorful. There's like a crisp, like it sounds very like American pie, not American, all American apple pie, like you know what I'm saying, American dream type. It's some real great vibe. It's some real nostalgia though. Yeah, like big facts. It's like people could say it sound like that, but it's just like bro, this is what I'm resonating with because this is like what my emotions are attached to as I grow up. Big fact. Like the shit lit. Like my nigga. When the fucking sunset and the fucking sky turn fucking orange, pinkish orange, and the fucking snow on the ground, just and it's quiet, undisturbed. You like, bro, this is fucking crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like these are the times of the year that I fuck with.
No, 100%.
But as far as like the holidays themselves go, to your point about like how my parents played it, being your parents were immigrants, right?
Yeah, my parents
Okay.
they came here in 1987.
Yeah. So something that I've kind of noticed in my parents and some of the and also like my aunts and uncles and things like that
Mhm.
is that they feel a way about these, not they feel like a great way, they play into these American holidays more than like I care to,
But
you know what I'm saying? Like
mhm.
my mom, she decorates for Thanksgiving,
Right.
she decorates for Halloween, she
Right.
decorates for Christmas.
Oh, yeah,
like
she on it. The
she
Halloweens
yeah,
be the extras.
bro, like
when
what I'm
I
saying.
see, I was like, oh, these the extras.
Yeah, these are people who
do the
just like
Halloweens.
decorating.
like,
These are people
decorate.
who decorate because it's part of their
That's
personality.
a fact.
So,
If they do it for Halloween, they're doing it for Christmas.
they're doing it for
It's a
everything.
fact.
They're doing it for everything. You know what I'm saying? Columbus Day, they might have some shit on their front yard. You know what I'm saying? So it's like motherfucking my parents are like my mom especially is definitely like big on making it feel like it's Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Making it feel like it's the holidays. So I fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? Like I fuck with that. Like the kid in me fucks with that.
And you know what? You know what's the real thing that we didn't really touch upon? The realest thing in that, right, is more so as your parents trying to like instill the best life for you, right? So they just want you to enjoy shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because one thing that I even feel with my parents, not to say they not independent thinkers of their own right, but like when they came over here, right? I guess the situation is way more ideal than the current climate in Ethiopia, and even now shit's fucked up. They were just like, all right, adopt American ways,
Big facts,
adopt it,
yeah.
And now in my, and just being totally transparent, like I definitely think sometimes even they adopted it even so much so too much in certain aspects, right? But it's kind of like their it's like they do or die instinct. Like we came here, gotta, you know what I'm saying, get with it and have no family, no support, just trying to understand shit. You do so much shit, so much so it's habitual. Like now, so you like my mom will tell me numerous times, she like, I couldn't live how I live in Ethiopia back then. Like they're like, I couldn't do that. I literally couldn't do that. Like I'm different. The shit I was doing now, I can't even believe I was that person.
You know what I would compare it to? Being a first generation child and like going to school, like being like when I was like in elementary, middle school. It's like my house was Nigeria.
Right.
School was like America. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
there's a tweet like, on that. It's like it's a mind fuck of a
bro.
Culture
it's like
shock. I'm like,
so like it's funny how you put it, because like I never really realized, but my parents do also conform to like American things in a way that like I wouldn't even expect out of them, knowing how I know them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And like when I used to like say I would go to my dad's job or we used to go to company picnics. I remember we used to go to company picnics, and I'm like looking at this nigga like, yo, like you're a whole different nigga.
Yeah,
like, folks, you know what I'm saying? Like you're just a whole different, like you're like likable, you're like cracking jokes, like you're doing like, but when we go home, you're like the general. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it was different, but also like I think about how I used to put on a different personality when I would go to school from like when I'm leaving my house. Like I was very like soft spoken, not soft spoken, but just more like talking from a place of respect when I'm talking to my parents in my house. But when I go like to school, if like I'm in a class with my friends and they're like disrespecting the teacher, like, I'm playing a part in that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking shit, I'm doing all that type of shit too. So it's like there's definitely two sides, and it's funny how you liken it to, your parents being here versus being at home. It's like the same thing with me, where it's like me being in my own house versus being, in school. Because like American culture, like I remember when I would try to bring like, not even try to bring American culture home, but just like I'm doing things that I see my friends doing, or I'm saying things that I see my friends saying. So it's like when I come home, it's like completely different. You know what I'm saying? Like
check that crate.
Yeah, you got to check that shit at the door. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And it's funny too, because now when I think about it, there are those certain like ethnicities and backgrounds, I feel like though, that be really conscious of the American influence, like early on, and make sure the kid know.
Sometimes the American influence is in the country now. Like honestly, more now than ever.
100%.
Now more than ever, like American cultures are already in different countries.
Like for instance, like I know like a lot of my Jamaican friends that come from Jamaican households, like they're like their parents let them know like that's Bati, like that's a Bati man. Like there's some shit that off top they're like, nah, we don't fuck with that. My folks told me never to fuck with shit like that. That's just weird. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's big facts. But yeah, man. So Thanksgiving, let us know, people, if y'all got any kind of thing. Y'all got any like Thanksgiving traditions or any kind of like holiday traditions?
Yeah,
y'all do anything like that?
I think I even mentioned too last time. Usually Thanksgiving was like everybody come to
y'all crib.
To the crib. Yeah. So that's not about to happen this year. So it's about to be a little bit more chill of a year. But I'm an introvert
Yeah.
by nature. I really
Yeah,
don't
I'm
mind.
interested
I
in knowing
like
how
good
people
eats.
are. Big
Good
facts.
eats.
I'm interested in knowing how people are celebrating Thanksgiving this year. Let us know in the comments.
You know,
Like,
people still
what are y'all
invite
doing?
people
I
over.
mean, I'm sure
I-
people are still gonna risk going
oh.
home to their friends. I'm not even gonna say risk. Like, if
No,
you guys do what you gotta do.
just
Like,
be safe.
stay
do what you want,
safe.
yeah.
But also, like, Mac, I'm not gonna tell nobody what to do. But I am interested in knowing like how people are celebrating the holidays this year because I think it's gonna be
having their first home held.
Yeah,
Thanksgiving. Like they usually go here, but you know what? We're gonna
yeah.
have it on just us.
I'm
Connect more.
I'm trying to
Connect with
figure
your
out.
family.
I'm trying to figure out what to do. Like I'm trying to figure out what to do.
That's real.
Something that I used to look forward, like being older. Something that I used to look forward to was just the fact that I would be around my brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's not well. My brothers come home for Thanksgiving, but my sister isn't, and who knows what they're doing for Christmas. So
See, that's a perfect example right there. Your Christmas and
Yeah.
your husband, they doing their first little
yeah,
Thanksgiving
yeah, you know what I'm
type
saying?
shit,
So
you know, it's a vibe.
yeah,
like,
so we'll see how those things play out.
Yeah.
Hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving.
that's a fact.
I don't even know, like if niggas can't cook, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hope y'all
Hey,
eat,
nah,
man. I
y'all
hope y'all
have-
eat because I
y'all
used to
have-
look forward to just
Nah,
sitting
man.
back, relaxing, and
no
then
excuse
eating.
nowadays. You know how many people are fixing up catered meals and
Oh yeah, order
how
you
many
something.
people you get Uber
Make one of
Eats,
them
the
calls.
big ass.
Today is the day. You don't wait till Wednesday
today's the
to
day.
start
Put it
trying
in.
to like
Put your deposit
motherfucker.
in.
Yeah, don't wait till
Yeah,
Wednesday.
don't be ignorant, man.
Yeah,
Just
I know.
Put it in.
I know Simone is making Thanksgiving plates. You know what I'm saying? She's part of the
okay,
team
Okay.
at Gina
There you
underscore
go.
baby _ if you want a
And she
holiday.
got nice sweet treats too.
She got the edibles and she
Put
got
you
some.
down.
She got some whole vegan Thanksgiving dishes. So like,
okay.
there's no excuses. But also there's a lot of people. There's a lot of caterers that are catering Thanksgiving meals. There's no reason to go hungry. Spend your bread with some family and some chefs that could use, you know what I'm saying,
100%. Also, if anybody does want to help out or assist in any way that they can, it'd be much appreciated. It's on Thursday, right? Thanksgiving
is
yeah.
Thursday.
So on Thursday, earlier towards the day, around 1-2 p.m. at Union Station, I'm gonna be passing out some meals to the less fortunate. So yeah, I've been doing that actually every other Thursday since May.
Really?
Yeah, so I'll tag up with a local chef around the area, and I'll have them make whatever dish is like native to them or whatever they feel they can cook up, and that's shareable. That's like shareable type shit, right? And then we'll just rock out. I'll buy all, and like shout out to all the chefs that had actually shout out to Misha, shout out to my boy Morgan.
Yeah, shout out to Misha.
Yeah, shout out to Nadia.
Misha went to high school with her. She's tough.
Misha's tough.
She's tough.
Very tough. Shout out Trick, shout out a lot of people, but you know,
there's a lot of chefs around here, man.
bro. But shout out Neek. But in the past 3 times that I've done it, the timing was just a little bit off, and like I was kind of backed up, so I had to just do it myself. So I just went ahead and did it myself. The only reason though I'm not too high upon doing it myself is because my shit's gonna be like, you know, some pot, like shit gonna be towards pasta and sandwiches, but I'd be bring that gourmet to people, you know what I'm saying? Because like everybody deserve to eat good. Like of course I could get you McDonald's, like niggas could run up the value menu.
Bro, that's crazy
for sure.
that you've been doing this for because the thing is I see when you do it you'll post it every once in a while. So like I just thought it was every once in a while.
Nah,
like,
don't even,
that's crazy, bro.
I was supposed to do it this week, but I went to New York. But yeah, appreciate that, bro.
Really
appreciate that, bro. It feel good,
so,
bro.
No, I can only imagine, bro. Yeah, man. So that's dope. On that note, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go ahead and end it again. Everybody have a happy Thanksgiving. Have a good weekend. I usually ask what you're doing this weekend, but I'm gonna assume it's the same as.
No.
What you got going on this weekend?
Yeah, guys,
you got going on. He said, I came with something to say this week. What it is? What it do?
It's like that, but what was it? I think I just came back from New York. I'm thinking about spinning back up there. So I came back here because I had to do this.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about spinning back up there. Yeah, facts, man. I had to.
We made a commitment to this.
Yeah, man, exactly. So that's one thing. I want to definitely keep consistency with like great things.
Yeah, big
that
facts.
We start.
Big
so
facts.
Gotta make
that's
sure
the only way it works. The only way it
yeah.
works is if you keep doing it and don't stop.
Exactly. I have to. So there's actually another thing I come out about another short. So I'm about to be on set for another short on Sunday.
Is that what you went there originally?
No, actually I went there to link up with my man over there. Shout out AIGs. He had made a track and I actually shot a video for him.
Okay.
But when I'm over there, I like to do like two birds, one stone.
Yeah,
and,
hell yeah,
You know,
hell yeah.
do a lot of shit. So I
course.
actually linked with my other boy too. I was able to record some new songs for myself.
Yeah.
Shot a video for myself, and just plugged in. So I was trying to loop back up here this next week, this upcoming week right now, because my boy about to be there when I wasn't. So
yeah,
I'm trying to just keep the busyness, keep it going. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
a big fact. That's a big fact. Yeah, man. Well, have a safe trip.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll see you and all of y'all
next Friday,
same time next
Happy
Friday.
Thanksgiving, y'all.
Early. Happy Thanksgiving.
Shout out to Pilgrims.
Early.